Okay, welcome back to Phil's Cucina. A lot of the videos I've done in the past have been, things that I really enjoy cooking and that bring me comfort. We call it comfort food. But I know a lot of you work jobs, you're coming home late in the evening, you have to put food out for your kids. So I want to try to make some videos where we kind of shortcut some things and cut out some of the time involved and still get a nutritious meal for your kids. So let me start by bringing you some ingredients here that have already been, we have rotisserie chicken. It's been pre-cooked, okay? This is ready to go. Very healthy, very nutritious. Also, we've got peppers, onions, and they are for fajitas, and they're already pre-cut and ready to go. They just have to be cooked. We got pre-cut cheese that's already shredded, so we don't have to mess around with that, taking out a grater and all that mess. Tortillas you can get at any store, already packaged. They just need to be heated. So they're already, cooked, so they're fine to eat just like this. But, if you're making quesadillas or tacos or whatever, fajitas, you're going to want to heat these up. It's going to taste better. Okay, and one of the seasonings that I use for just about everything is this Tony Cachere's Creole seasoning, and it covers the whole gamut of flavors, and there's a little bit of heat in here. I think there's garlic, garlic salt, paprika, so you get pretty good coverage with just the one seasoning. And so this is kind of my go-to. And if you just don't want to have to deal with 50 different seasonings, or you don't keep them at your house, this would be a handy thing to have around. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to make some fajitas and chicken fajitas, and I'm going to make some chicken quesadillas. All right, so first thing we want to do, I'm going to show you how to take care of this chicken real quick without using a knife. This chicken's cooked, and it's cooked to the point where you can just pull the legs off, pull the wings out. Okay. And put that in there. Now what we want to do for health reasons is take off the skin. The skin's not good for you, and it's not going to taste good in a quesadilla or fajita, so that's why we take it off. Now right here there's like a cartilage, so on both sides you've got these nice breasts, half on each side. So I'm just going to push my fingers down inside, and there you have a nice, beautiful piece of breast meat. Put your fingers through just to make sure there's no bones in here. So usually right in the middle of the breast, there's not going to be bones, maybe on the outskirts. So we're going to pull this one off, and let's see. No bones in there. And this should be plenty of chicken. Just the white meat alone should be plenty of chicken for the fajitas and the quesadillas. So now you see that pretty much this is just a carcass. And if you want to, you can use this. You can make a soup. You can make stock. So, you don't have to throw that out. And these pieces here, the little legs and the small wings, the wings you might just want to eat those as a snack. And the chicken legs you can make for another meal, or you can heat these up in a microwave, or if you have a air fryer, toast those up and just eat them, just like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is wash my hands real quick. Gotta get that greasiness off. Okay, so now I have all this beautiful white meat chicken, okay? And I'm just gonna season it up a little bit with the Tony C's, not too much, because, it doesn't take much of this Tony C's to really give you that flavor. So now that's done, and the next step in the process would be to get the onions and peppers going in a frying pan so we can get them cooked for the fajitas. So when we come back, we will get that peppers and onions going for you. All right, we're back. And as I promised you, we'd get busy on those peppers and onions, which I've been cooking here so I wouldn't bore you for 20 minutes. Not quite 20 minutes, maybe 15. But we're just about done here. And the way we test for doneness, if you can put a fork and it just pierces the peppers, that's great. You don't want total mush in here, so, cooking them, till they're, still have some snap to them is great. And what we're going to do is add a little seasoning, because I didn't season this. I just put some olive oil in the pan, about 1 tablespoon of olive oil before I put the peppers and onions in. And then I cook them on medium-high heat. If it's starting to burn, turn it down. I don't know, what kind of frying pan you're using or anything like that. So, you just have to watch. One of my favorite tools in the kitchen is this nice little handy dandy tongs. They do just about anything. I mean, you can cook with them. You can pick up things and move them around, and you can pick up things that fall out of your frying pan and put them back in. So it's a great tool. I enjoy this. I enjoy cooking with this. So now I'm at the point where that's all taken care of. My chicken is already pre-cooked, as you know. We got the rotisserie chicken. So now we're gonna add some chicken in. We are on a really low heat right now, but I just want to get this chicken in here and get the flavors mixed in so that everything is homogeneous. All right, so I have a little this Herdez street sauce. I love it. I was down to the very last drop of it, so I had to add a little water to it, but I want to put a little bit of that water in here, flavored with the street sauce, just to give us a little moisture. And we could also turn up the heat a little bit, maybe just above low, and just keep, turning everything together. But it's virtually done now. The last thing we're going to have to do is get the tortillas warmed up. Now you could do that either of two ways. You could put them in another frying pan. We could heat up the tortillas there. Or we can do a little trick in the microwave. So, if you put them in paper towels Put them in the microwave. Hit 20, say 3 seconds, and let that go. What it'll do is it'll warm those tortillas up and give them a little flexibility so we can get them ready to go on a plate. Okay, let's see if that's about done. Bring these down. Now what I'm going to do is lay this out on a board. I'm going to come over here and we're going to put our filling in. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but we're going to put this bottom flap up and then pull the sides in. And basically, we got a nice fajita. So, we'll turn this off. Now, you probably get maybe 5 or 6 fajitas out of this. So, like, that's like 2 hungry people or 3 medium hungry people. And that'll work out pretty good. So, all right, so we got enough chicken to do our quesadilla now. Now we're going to use the frying pan here, this smaller one. We're going to turn on our heat. We're going to go almost to high, not quite. Actually, we want to go a little less than high. Put our tortilla in. We're going to use our mild cheddar cheese, our shredded cheddar cheese. And I'm going to pour some in here while the pan's getting hot. And what that'll do is start to soften up the cheese. Because what we want to do is get the top tortilla to stick to the bottom tortilla, to sandwich it and have them stick together so we can turn it without everything falling out. So the cheese is on there. We're going to give that a chance. We're going to turn that up almost to high and just let that start to warm up and come together. So here's our chicken here, and that'll be, we'll wait for this cheese to warm up. Now, we can make all kinds of quesadillas and fajitas actually by using different kinds of meat. If you had skirt steak or even any kind of steak, you could slice it really thin and that could go in your fajita mix instead of the chicken. You could add it to the chicken. And also, if you wanted to, say use shrimp, you can make shrimp fajitas, and or like put all 3 in: shrimp, steak, chicken, just like they do at the Mexican restaurant. And you can't go wrong. It's all going to be good. And you can do it when you have like leftover chicken or leftover steak. Slice it up real thin. This way, nothing goes to waste. And also on your quesadillas, you can go with chicken quesadilla, shrimp quesadilla, steak quesadilla. It doesn't matter. So you got all these different choices. Like say your family doesn't like chicken, or they love shrimp, and you want to make them a shrimp quesadilla. It's all good. Now what I'm going to do now is start putting my chicken pressing it into the cheese. And you know, you'll be able to smell when the tortilla is actually starting to brown, because you can smell it. You can smell it toasting. So now we need to put another layer on top, in which I will press down, because like I said, the only difficulty to making a quesadilla is that you might flip out all your ingredients out while you're trying to turn it. But like I said, if you put that cheese down first. All right. Now, that is perfect. I was just this close to burning it and I could smell it. But you know, that's because I'm on high right now. And usually what I do is turn it down to medium. And now I'll watch it real close because the other side is so hot. But you can see how fast we made, you know, we made our fajitas quick, easy, pre-made, pre-cooked chicken, pre-cut peppers and onions. Now we're going to take this out. And what I do is use a pizza cutter. So we are going to put this out. Look at that. Look at that. Now what we like on our quesadillas is some nice sour cream. Or you can use like a creme fraiche. You can use, there's some Mexican crema that you can use. But yeah, so this is enough for one person. I mean, I think that trying to get 2 people fed off of this one is just not going to happen. And because they are real tasty, and they're not going to want to share. So let me show you this. So, can you see that? Okay. That's how our quesadilla turned out. And I'll show you again. And I'll open it up. That's our fajita. And you can put cheese in there. You can use, you can put any kind of sauce. Like I said, I suggest this Herdez Taqueria street sauce. Very good. But quick, easy. You saw how fast we put that together. And so next time you're busy and you want a nutritious meal for your kids, you're coming home, grab it. Weekends, you can go to my other videos and find some elaborate recipe that takes, 45 minutes to an hour. But anyway, please subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think. Tell me, what you want to see, because I'll be happy to, cater to your whims, whatever you need. Thank you, and have a good day.